Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So I recently shared with you things that I bought whilst I was on my recent holidays and things that I made whilst on my holiday. And I said I'd make them with you. So I took a load of printed off digital, some that I'd made, some that I think they're mainly Tracy Fox. There might be a little bit of Artie Mays in here. And so I followed msscrapbusters, and she made library cards. I've made Franken paper out of scraps to make these library cards, and they're just great. And these are just little bits of ephemera from Tracy Fox. I think there might be weathered ephemera. Yeah, and there might be other kits in there as well. So they're all different shapes and sizes. This paper is that I made the Franken paper from is Tracy Fox, Attic paper, something like that. So yeah, I just had fun making my own paper. I kind of was going for a sort of Tim Holtzy style. And then all of these are backed onto more of that Attic paper. And then just sort of decorated there. So make cute little additions. They could be just clipped into a journal. So they're all sort of backed, so you could write little things on them. Or they could just be nice and decorative on a page. So they could be clipped in or stuck down, and then you create another pocket. So all, as I say, different shapes and sizes to make these. And then I just grabbed lots of little bits. That I didn't take my crocodile on my holiday, so I did make a note to myself that I would have to punch that hole when I got home. And there, it's done. So, do love these tickets and things. So, yeah, so I did have lots of fun making all these. I backed some of these ready to make some more. So I thought I'd show you how I did it. I'm not going to do Franken paper. I've done videos on Franken paper before. So I'm just going to use this collage sheets. I made these myself. And so I thought I'd use these. I printed it both sides. Now I have repeated. So those two are the same, as you can see. And then I've got different designs on that side. I added little bits of clip art with this one, and then I took them out. So I've saved this without the clip art as well. This is all copyright free stuff. A couple of bits on my own vintage ephemera, and some of them I've downloaded from various copyright free areas. I think lots of these adverts are from Flickr, I think. So yeah, so they're good to go. So this is a standard A4 sheet. This is printed on 120 GSM navigation presentation paper. So I know from being a card maker that I can cut 4 nice size rectangles out of these. I'm not sure if that's the size I want, so but we're going to start with that. So get yourself a rectangle, any size rectangle. In fact, I might do one that size, and then I might cut this in half again, so that we see a smaller size. That I would think would be a little bit too big. So let's just get these made up, and you see how quick they make up. Now I've got a school board. If you don't have a school board, you don't really have to use a school board. You could just fold randomly. So I'm going to do 1/2 inch on each of the short sides. I think Melina did 1/4, and I might have done 1/4 in my practice, but I'm going half. Okay, so those are going to be the bits that fold in the side. And then you've got to decide where up this bit you want to do it, which side you might want to do it. I think we're going to do it this side, just so happens that that's then the right way up. So if we're going to go about there, so we're going to score about there. So what's that, about 2 1/4? Let's score about 2 1/4. It is 5 7/8 long. So I'll go about a third. Go about a third on that. I might trim that little bit off because it actually looks, or I might just fold it over to give it a little bit of extra strength. I might. I don't, because I don't like the way that edge has worked out. So I'm going to go down there 1/4 inch so that I can fold over 1/4 inch. That's better. And then you've got a little bit of a stronger lip there. Okay. And we'll do the same on these. I might have a little decide on how I want it. And I like having that blue there, so we want to go that way. So this is 4 1/8. So I'm going to go to about 1. I'm going there to 2 3/4 to have me foldy up thing there. This is quite small actually, so I am going to go an 1/4 inch on these, not 1/2 inch. There we go. Even though this one's the same size, I might do it a bit different. Yeah, we'll go that way. I'll still do 1/4 inch up each side. So you can make them any size you want. I mean, typically library pockets do come up a little bit lower than that. So maybe this one's going to come up like that, so it's almost halfway. I'm thinking, let's do this one so it's about there. So we'll go about 1 inch. We'll go about 1 inch. And that gives you, so you can see the different sizes. Okay. So there, we've got 3 different sizes going on there. I'll take my bone folder and we are going to, the 1/4 inch ones are a bit harder to score, and actually I don't think I scored that well. That looks a bit on the wonk there, Jez. Not very happy with the way you scored that at all. So let's try and do a little bit of a mend there. That's a terrible fold, Jez. Absolutely dreadful. There we go. This top bit here is going to get cut off. So not really that bothered about the extra bit of creasing I am actually doing on this. That's proper on the wonk. I'm going to fold it back before I fold it the other way. Right. This is why I don't like 1/4 inches. So there we go. I'm going to have to fiddle a bit with this to get it straight. Come in a tad more. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's fold these the right way. I scored it on the wrong side really, but I wasn't going to do any flipping. There we go. That to come up there like that. That's now coming that way. This is bigger, so we're going to be all right on that. Going to have a couple of little scraps on this, which I did another little I did Corey Damon scrap busting, you know, working with scraps as well whilst was on holiday. Right, so we've got these. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get my big scissors. So that's going to fold up like that. So we want to remove this long bit. So cut nicely with your long scissors. And then we'll just notch in a little bit there to remove that, and a little bit there. Really simple. And then you've got these long scraps, and I did do some crafting with my long scraps as well whilst on holiday. And I used all these bits to make them. So that folds in like that. That basically is our library card. So those two side bits get glued. So a bit of glue. Oh, before I glue it, I'm going to do a bit of inking. Ink around the back as well, just in case I don't stick it down. I'm inking here with soft suede. There we go. And by doing your pocket with this little tab, your pocket will hold more. And it's more like a library card as well. So stick that down. And that's the little library card. And I say, whatever you put in there goes all the way to the edge, and you've got room there to add more in, as opposed to if you glue it down the side, it's quite a flat little pocket, so that will hold quite a bit. You can round the edges if you want to, but I don't think I didn't bother, did I? No, you didn't bother, Jez. So straight down the side there. Quite like some of these adverts I found. They had different colours and I quite like it. I've been looking at Tim Holtz paper thinking I'd like to get a pack. And in the meantime I thought, well, let's make some Tim Holtzy type paper. I'm sure I can do that. So there we go. I've had it in my Amazon basket, out my Amazon basket. In and out, shaking it all about for quite a while now. So, there we go. I think I might get it for my next holiday and use that whilst on holiday. That's quite a nice little holiday activity, I think. And I think I can justify the price. Right, so this, because it's going to have a little lip, I'm going to think about it. Can't think how I'm going to, yeah, I want that to go around like that, don't I? Yeah. What I really needed to do was stick it down first. Yeah, that's what I really needed to do. Let's ink that end. Stick this down. I'll use a big glue stick. down. Right, I think we're cooking on gas again now. And then just a sliver at the top. There we go. So that will fold down there like that. Yep, liking that. Let's give it an ink. And that, oh, we haven't done this one. That was them quickly done, and then they were just decorated. Oh, I am ink this one. So I quite liked, I made these collard sheets and had things facing random directions. And then you cut them up to do something like this. And you just don't know what you're going to get. So that's made three little library pockets there. And then we can decorate them. So I can get down my little small fussy cats. So I've got a load of fussy cats that I have previously cut out. So I've got loads of tickets, some words, some random bits, some paper dolls, some more tickets and some butterflies. Tiny ones. Are they the teeny tiny ones? Quite like them. I had small, medium, large and teeny tiny. They're the teeny tiny. I think I might want teeny tiny on them. So, liking them. Quite like them. Liking them. So, just to decorate the front, although I'm actually quite liking the way that those turned out. This has got proper random stuff in. What have we got here? Well, we've even got label. Oh, tab fabrication. I don't think they're all tab fabrication. Might be. There might be. Don't know. Bit of things I've made myself. What have we got here? Embrace the crazy. Quite like that. I have been known to be a little bit crazy. Is that a little bit too big, that? Might be. So this is where like I made it in like 2 minutes, and then I'll take 65 hours to decorate. Right, let's have a little teeny tiny. I might put a blue butterfly with that blue. I think these might be Artie Mae's, these butterflies. Can't remember. Cut them all out on my Scan and Cut. So I just reduced them in size and cut them out. Yep, little butterfly there. Should we have a butterfly and embrace the crazy? I think if you don't embrace the crazy, life might be a bit long. Long and boring. So there we go. I'm liking that. Liking that. I think that's a bit big, Jez, to be honest. I do like it. I think it's a bit big. Shall we have a bloom butterfly? Oh, that one, I like that one actually. Bit of inking. Could always rip up the bottom, because who says I've got to have the whole picture? This is mine. I'm making my own rules up. We'll have that, we'll have that. And let's have a little word. Journey. Life's a journey. Let's see what that looks like. I'm sure these ones are Artie Mays. These might have been a freebie. I can't remember. My problem is when I first started collecting things to do junk journals, I collected loads of freebies, and I didn't always label them very well, so can't always guarantee I know where they all came from. Now, oh, limited edition. That's quite good for a library card, isn't it? A little limited edition. These ones, so they're white, they're black with a bit of white, but I actually printed them on paper that wasn't white. Well, I mean the white on the back, but I printed a background before I printed the words, so it's not stark white. You could have just inked it, so it wouldn't have really mattered that much. Right, should we have a little ticket? Let's punch the hole. Oh, that's proper bunged up. Oh, there we go. This is when you need your glasses down, Jess, because you can't see. There we go. I love these tickets. I do love tickets. I think they're dead cute. So we'll have that, we'll have that. Should we go another butterfly? Why not? Why not? There we are, quite like that. Let's move these out of the way so we can kind of concentrate a bit better on what we're looking at. I'll just bung them back in the box actually. And then we'll just glue them down. I mean, you could always leave the decorating until you're actually going to put them in a project, and then you can decorate them to match the project. So if it was a specific theme, you could decorate it to match the theme you're doing. So they're all done, and I did have a few bits ready that I can put in. So that one's too big, isn't it, for that really? Put it in that one then. I just like the way the colour looked with it. It's quite nice. That in there. Oh, liking that. So you can just layer up different things in your pockets. Haven't got enough to put that in, so I might add something else to that one. I made a load of clusters, didn't I? I'm wondering if I could grab one of my nice clusters and add it maybe to a tag to put it in there. That might be quite nice. Not that one. Quite liking those two. So let's just get something to make a tag out of. I made a load of tags ready, didn't I? So one of the other things that I did on holiday was glued together, that was catalogue pages from a Stampin' Up catalogue. That's quite a nice size, so that I got it ready to be a tag maybe. That'll be cool. So it needs something on the back, so I'll look at some brown packaging. There we go, got some brown paper packaging. That will make a nice backing there. So it's quite handy to have these scraps all glued together, just ready to create with. And they were all made out of scraps. I know for this, the actual library card, I haven't particularly used scraps, and it was an end scrap bust challenge, but it's a lovely idea. You don't have to use scraps, but it is a good way to use up scraps if you've got little offcuts, if you've been creating, using, say, a digital kit, or you know, designer series paper, then you can make them out of that. I did make some out of some scraps. Let me just, there. So you can do it out, so I did. So this is a journal I've been making with this paper, just to show you how you can make it out of some scraps from that as well. Bit of non-vintage there. Okay, so that is liking that. Let's just cut it off. So leaning my scissors next to the edge of that tag. No, I can't see. That's a bit better. Okay. Ink around that. Cut that down a bit better. Now, don't matter about that rip in the middle, because that is just about to get covered up. So, brushing away my scraps, and I dropped the thing. So that is just going to get covered up by that on the back there. And I'm going to make a bit of a tag top with that. So I'm going to use this punch, and if you go, I think I showed this before in a video, with this punch you could go all that way and cut that corner. I don't want that corner, I just want that bit to make a wee corner. So I'm just going to line that up. When I'm happy, push it down. poke out that bit, and then we'll do the same on the other side. Line it up, poke it down. There we go. And you might have gone in a wee tad there, which I have. God, I've done that dreadfully. It's because I didn't turn it over like a wally. It needs to go like that. There. Need to remember, Jez, how you made something. Then if you've got a little notch there, you can either leave it because it's like a faux vintage tag, or you can neaten it up. Go in with your trimmer, neaten it up. Got yourself tag topper there, although it's not, that one didn't turn out brilliantly, but it'll do. I'm not bothered in the least. So I'm going to stick that. And these clusters were using up lots of lovely scraps. This was a Roxy creation idea. I've got a video on making these. Stick the end down properly, Jez. Need to fill up the glue pot. So you see that one's quite bulky, but it's not a problem for this little library card. So hope you like that. That's my little Scrapbusters challenge. I don't think I've filmed an Scrapbuster challenge before. That's one I made earlier, and these are all the ones that I put together on holiday. So hope you like that. I'll link to Scrapbusters so you can have a little look at something different at what she did, but I'm really pleased with them. So nice little quick project. Give it a go. Give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks for joining me. There's a link down below to my blog where I'll have some close-ups, and I've also got a Ko-fi site if you like what I do and you want to help me out and support my channel so that I can craft. You can buy me a virtual coffee. That would be most appreciated. Thank you very much. See you again soon.